A controversial report on COVID-19 is resurfacing on social media and is now in the spotlight in Alberta. It was penned by former Reform Party leader Preston Manning, who has been tasked with studying the province's pandemic response. CTV's Austin Lee has more for us this morning. Austin, this was a report published back in 2022. What does it say, and why are we seeing it now?
Well, Marcia, it's resurfacing now because Preston Manning is tasked with reviewing Alberta's COVID-19 pandemic response, and he's being paid by the provincial government just over $250,000. So that's why this is coming up now. And essentially, what it looks at, this fictional report, I should say, it's about a fictional inquiry into the federal government's response to the COVID-19 pandemic, highlighting issues around restricting freedoms, government overreach, those sorts of things that we've been hearing about over the past couple of years. And so that's why it's resurfacing now, because this report is set to be released, expected to be released on November 15th. He's got a whole panel. The individuals included in that panel have not yet been revealed, but essentially it's coming up because people are saying, well, look, he's already written one of these fictional reports. Why is about $250,000 of taxpayer money here in Alberta going to a guy that appears to already have his mind made up when it comes to the pandemic response in what is supposed to be an impartial inquiry?
Well, what did he say in the report?
Again, the report highlighted some issues around restricting freedoms of Canadians, also giving too much power to what he called bureaucratic health experts or health authorities. The fact that the provinces seem to follow suit of the federal government when it came to the recommended measures in place. So things like that. I mean, it was a robust fictional report in this case, but again, looking at the federal government's response and essentially saying that it wasn't done properly and looking at some of the missteps or government overreaches in that case. And so now coming back to Alberta and his job here with the panel to look into Alberta's response in particular, there is some concern from political scientists in this province. One, for example, from the University of Calgary saying, well, he appears already to have an axe to grind with the measures that were in place, things like shutting down businesses, the vaccine passports, those sorts of things. He already has an axe to grind. That's what this political scientist was saying. So again, why the putting him in charge of this panel and setting aside $250,000 for him to do this job when it already appears that his mind is made up here.
And Austin, has Preston Manning responded to the concern?
Not yet, Marcia. CTV News has reached out to him. Also, we've reached out to the Frontier Centre for Public Policy. That is the organization that released that report online. They also did a robust interview again back in May. So we'll see if anything more comes out of this, more so just concerns over that money being allotted and him being the one spearheading this panel.
All right, Austin Lee for us. Austin,